Hi, my name is Emily, and this is the Delight Knits podcast, episode 30. Today is April 30th of 2023, and I am here to talk about all that I've been knitting on. And wow, I missed a pretty decent piece of hair when I straightened my hair this morning. Oh well, let's ignore it. I'm going to be looking at it this whole time, so oh well. My name is Emily. I'm from Southwest Arkansas. What else? I've got all knitting. I have a finished object. I have 3 whips, 2 future cast-ons, and actually some acquisitions this time, which I normally don't have. So I guess let's just jump into it. So these are my April scrappy socks. I finished these on Friday, this last Friday, and they are purely scrappy. There's one difference in them, so I know I've talked about it multiple times. What I do, I use a US 0 9-inch circular, a 2x2 rib. This one I think is a little more than 20 rounds because I just went until I was almost done with the mini, or the scrap, and then used all of these up until they were done. With this part, so they are different. Each of these is a little bit left over from a different self-striping skein. So I know this one's Desert Vista Dye Works, and I know this one's Mustache Yarn. I think this one's Texas Wildflowers. I don't know. I know it's one of her zombie colorways. I don't know what colorway it is. I was podcasting, so you can go back and see, or it might even be in my Ravelry project page for those original socks. And then that was the tiniest bit of leftover I had, was the dark from leftover from my boxy chevrons, and then same thing, boxy chevrons. So all done. I could tell you each and every yarn that's in here and the dyer, but is it really that interesting? So these are done. I'm done with my April ones in April. Let's see what I get to in May. So I have a few other whips. I'm sorry if you hear my kids. They're in the living room and they are being loud and cranky and whiny and all that. So this is my Starflake. Let me put some stitch stoppers on it because I have last night just yanked these off, or yanked a couple of things off and lost some stitches. So stitch stoppers, don't use them often, but this project needs it. So Starflake by Stephen West, using Mace of Skeins yarns. Last time, this is my marker from 2 weeks ago, not 2 weeks ago, from 4 weeks ago, where I showed my podcast, showed it on the podcast, and I just had the star done. I've finished the brioche. What side is my marker on? It's not on that side. So I have finished the brioche. There's my marker from where I was. So I was halfway through the brioche, and I've added or finished all of that, all the way across, of course, but it's so bunched up on needles. I added each side's short row wedge there, and then last night I went in and added at the it's so bunched up, at each of the points there's this little brown short row edge, and there's 4 of those along the shawl, so you can see all the brioche and then the brioche point. It's so awkward. I hope I won't be finished with this in 2 weeks because I've got other things I'm doing, but at least another month. But I am very close to finishing this. I've just got 2 sections left. So, yep, that is my Starflake, Mace of Skeins, O Fudge for the brown, and Sandcastle. I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe not. O Fudge and Sandcastle by Mace of Skeins. I actually have quite a bit of yarn left. I have not yet hit my second skeins of each. I probably will And this is how much I have for each of them. They are messy. I need to knit myself some yarn cozies. But that project has not gotten a lot of love, and I don't know when it will. Because I am flying to New York to see my sister this week. Let's put the marker in for a new spot. So that's that project. Next project is, let's see, my Flores. I've switched bags around because I'm trying to pack for my New York trip. Today's Sunday and I leave on Thursday evening. So this is my Flores by, who is it by? I forgot last time too. Airi Shimizu. This is in ZZ Textiles. I have a ball band now. ZZ Textiles Snowdrift. And this is technically one of my acquisitions as well. I had 1.5 balls of this when I started it, and I was alternating skeins, and then I had purchased one in her pre-order, not with this in mind, because at that point I didn't know I would have leftovers. I just knew I loved this color, and I had enough leftovers to knit this like with the skein that was coming in. So new skein already being caked up and used, and there's some light issues, sorry, but I love this colorway. So yeah, I was here last time, and since then I've finished the yoke and split for sleeves, and so I actually put a marker on it right where at the sleeve split, so I can measure from the middle instead of on the sides. I put it on after the sleeve split, and it's fitting great. I know it'll block and give me more ease, but I'm hoping to finish this on my New York trip. So I will move this one down, but keep that one there. I am alternating skeins using Professor Pearl's Easy Alternator that she shows on her Instagram reels. Yeah, I love this. I love this. I'm ready for it to be done. I am doing the 3/4 sleeves. I'm not doing the short sleeves. So that's that project. I'm also packing. That'll be a future cast on of socks. This is Barocco Comfort Sock, 100% acrylic. I think I'm gonna do Magic Heel socks with these and just put them in a gift pile for somebody. I'm not quite sure. I think I am gonna do Magic Heel socks, but I'm not gonna knit them for myself. And then, let's see. I've got this bag out. Do you know what this bag is? This is my Musselburgh bag. And I took a picture of this skeined up last night before I wound it. But this is ZZ Textiles again. And this is Snow Melt in her 100% superwash. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe not, but 100% superwash fingering Snow Melt. And this is the colorway. And this I'm taking on my trip for a Musselburgh, probably for my brother, because I think he picked out this colorway from her pre-order, because I knew I wanted to knit him a hat, but I love it. I think it'll look great for a hat. If it pulls weird, I can always stop and knit it something else, like I had to do with that other yarn a while back. So those 3 projects are what I am taking with me, is the Flores, the socks, and the future Musselburgh. Everything in my By the Bay Bag Co. Big El Grande bag. This is going to be my carry-on, like, personal item purse type thing. And I still have so much room to put in it, things in it. I've got a book. This is Dreamland by Nicholas Sparks. We're gonna try it out. My mom got it for me for Christmas. Let's see. In that order for ZZ Textiles, I also ordered myself a sock set. This is the Gloaming is the main color, and Corfu is the contrast 20 gram mini. So these will eventually become probably socks, maybe something else. But I have one more thing that I'm working on. I think I talked about it last time, is I've got, golly, this is gonna be short, but I've got church here soon. Let me move my lines up, maybe it's a little bit brighter, but I don't have lines on my face, so. I think last time I talked about Ruby and Rose's yarn, as I always do. I am knitting her some swatches for her new collection, and I've got some of that yarn. But I've also knit some swatches and some yarn of hers that I've got from past, that just to test it out. So this is my first swatch. This is based off of the Hearth sock pattern. I can't remember who it's by. I'll put it down in the comment or in the description. But this so I had to convert it from being knit in the round to knit flat, and then change needle sizes around based on what she wanted, and did a full-on I-cord order. That gauge was a little big, so then we've gone with this gauge. This is what it's gonna look like, except for I'm gonna take out one of these. So it'll be about a 5.5 by 5.5. So this is driftwood. Where am I? This is driftwood. There you go. From her old collection on Soft Rose. My son is calling for me. That's better. It's a little dark, but it's not too bad. So that's the Hearth pattern that I'm using for the speckle variegated colorways. And then for the tonal colorways, I will be doing, I'm not quite done with my test swatch for it, but this is what I'm going to be doing with their matching speckle or variegated. So you've got this bottom half is based off of the Pop Radio Socks by Summer Lee. It's her little popcorn stitch. And again, it's a sock pattern, so I had to make it or convert it to be flat. So I'm taking the popcorn stitch out of that. I'm taking the stitch pattern out of the Hearth one. And then this is a Lavian braid. And I just found that on YouTube. I'll link the YouTube video I used and followed for that. So that's what this one is. And it's gonna go, so I've got this section, I've got one more section of the popcorn stitches. So it'll be this, a Lavian braid. Again, the same thing, a Lavian braid, and then one more. And that Lavian braid's gonna go the other way. So that's that one. And that's all I've worked on, but I've received part of the collection, and it's gorgeous. It's still in plastic. I'm gonna leave it in plastic. It's gonna be crinkly. I don't know if I can show this to you, so I'm gonna show it, but if I can't, I'll make it black and white. But here, and I have no idea colorway names either. I just have the colors. But this is bright. Are you ready? You can tell what one of these colors is based on the reflections there. Yeah, look at that. So these two will go together, and these two will go together. This pink, jeez Louise. So there's 4, and here is the other 4. This is only part of it. There's a lot of colorways in this collection. So these two will go together, and I've not yet received the tonals that go with these. So I know these 2 and the other 4 are on Soft Rose, and this is Plump Rose. So I'm excited to get working with these. Yeah, get the glare off. Okay, that'll be a good screening. Maybe it'll pick it up. Yeah. So, I was just like Kristen and Maddie there. Well, that's all that I have for this episode. When I come back, I will just had a week in New York without my kiddos. Send good thoughts, because I'm going to be anxious It's my first time away from the kids, but I need it. They've been whiny. Tell me if your kids have been whiny, because I completely understand. Something in the air. But yeah, I've got to get ready to start packing up and do laundry and all that good stuff that goes with going away for a week. So I hope everybody has had a great 2 weeks, and I hope to see y'all again in the next 2 weeks. Bye.